Okay, today we're going to see the sum formula, and what we're going to see is sum of the first n terms of an AP is given by sum of the first n term of the AP is given by Sn is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 d. Now this formula of sum we use if or when a, d, and n are given. Again, we can use the sum formula as n by 2 a plus l. Now this formula we use when a and l are given, and we already know a is the first term, d is the common difference, n is the number of term, and l represent what? The last term. The first formula we use when the n is given to us, a is given to us, d is given to us, and and the second formula we use to find the sum of the n term of an AP when n, a, and l are given to us. So if you know n, a, and l, then we use the second formula of the sum to find the sum. Okay, first write this, and if you're done, you can raise your hand. So we're going to use either of these two formula to find the sum. Okay, now I think we can move to the next part. That is, we'll start the exercise, and exercise it'll be 5.3, question number B1. We are going to find the sum of the following APs. So let's start with that. Okay, you can raise, put your hands down. Now, what's the difference between the sum formula and term formula? Before starting the exercise, let's say that. Now, term formula is given by an is equal to what? A plus n minus 1 d. Whereas the sum formula is given by Sn, and it is what? N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 d. So in the sum formula, you can find that there is n by 2. There is n by 2. And instead of a, it is becoming 2a, but n minus 1d is n minus 1d. Okay. Now this is one of the sum formula, and another sum formula is Sn is n by 2 a plus l. Now this one we use if you know the first term and the last term. If the first term and the last term are known to us, then we use the second formula. Now second formula is simple one, and we use this if you know the first term and the last term. If we know the first term and the last term. Fine. Now let's move to the exercise. We're going to start what? Exercise 5.3 B1. B1. I think 1. Okay, now if you see the question, the AP is given to us. We have to find the sum of the following APs. Now we are seeing the first one. Now the terms of what? The terms of this AP are 2, 7, 12 to 10 terms. So there are 10 terms in this AP. The number of terms is 10 to 10 terms. So number of terms is 10. Uh, Now, since the AP is given to us, from the AP we can write the first term. First term is what? 2, and the common difference we can find it from the first and the second term. So let's do that. So here the first term is what? 2. Then find the common difference. Common difference D is what? How to find the common difference? We take the second term minus first term, second minus first. So it is how much? Second minus first. So it is how much? It is 5. And here the number of terms is 10. Number of terms is 10 to n terms. So number of term is n. So n equal to 10. Now you have to find sum. Now sum formula is given by what? Sn is n by 2. 2a plus n minus 1 d. Now n is 10. So we'll find S10. So therefore S10 will be equal to what? 10 by 2. Just see and put the values. So 2 into a is how much? 2 plus n is how much? 10 minus 1. D is how much? D is how much? D is 5. So 5. Now we are going to solve this. So first solve the bracket. Don't cut the other things. Just solve the bracket. So it will be equal to how much? 10 by 2. 2 into 2 is 4 plus 9 into 5. Then again solve it. How much? It will be 4 plus 9 5 is 45. So it will be 10 by 2 into 45 plus 9, 45 plus 4 is how much? 49. Then now we can just cut it at the end. It's better to cut whatever you want to cut, you cut at the end. Don't cut in the middle. So that means the sum is what? 2, 4, 5. Okay, once you are done, you can raise your hand. Yeah, some more hands. It's 18 only. Okay, so it's done. So let's move to the number 2. Now question number 2 is what? uh, 1 2, I mean. Now if you see the AP is given, the first term is minus 37, the second term is minus 33, and the number of term is 12. So we can write the first term. First term is what? Common difference is what? And then, okay, let me use the same page. Okay, here the first term is what? First term is minus 37. So minus 37, and d will be what? It will be second term minus first term. Second term is 33 minus the first term is what? Minus 37. See here this question is with minus, so you have to be careful. The second term is minus 33 minus the first term is what? Minus 37. So 2 minus, so we have to put a bracket. So it will be equal to how much? Minus 33 minus into minus will be plus 37. So it will become how much? 33 minus 37 is how much? 4. So 4. And n is how much? Number of term is 12. So n equal to 12. So we have to write that first of all. Then we know the sum formula is given by what? The sum formula is given by n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So we can use that and we can put the values. Now here n is 12. Now for this question n is 12. So we'll find as 12 instead of n 12. And it is suffix, it should be written small. 2a, a is how much? A is minus 37 in the bracket plus n is 12 minus 1 d. D is how much? D is 4, so 4. Okay, now solve this. So 12 by 2, 37 into 2 is how much? Minus 74 plus 12 minus 1 is 11 into 4. Okay, the remaining I'm writing this part. So it'll be 12 by 2, and in the bracket what we'll get? Minus 74. If you multiply, we'll get 44. So 12 by 2. Now if you subtract them, one is plus, one is minus, so we're going to subtract. So if you subtract, what you're going to get? Minus 30. Now we can just cut it off, and on multiplying we're getting what? Minus 180. Okay, if you're done, you can raise your hand.